Hey, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are continuing our series all about tax write-offs and talking about the two categories of bank charges and continuing education. So if that's something you want to learn a little bit more about when it comes to your expenses in your business and how that can affect your taxes, stay tuned. Hey, I'm Heather, a wedding and senior photographer based in Pennsylvania, and on this channel I help other photographers manage and understand their taxes, streamline their systems so they can spend more time with family and friends, and I also love to give a little sneak peek into my life here and there. Now, if you've been on this channel for a while, you know that we're in the middle of a series all about tax write-offs. If this is your first time here, go ahead and check out the other videos that have already been shared in the last couple of weeks by going to the channel. And also, if you don't know already or haven't grabbed it, down in the description, you can get a worksheet and a guide on these most common categories that we're talking about when it comes to expenses in your business. The reason I have it down there is that you can follow along as we go through them week by week, add notes so that you can remember all of the different tips and tricks for them, and also refer back to it throughout the year as you start categorizing your taxes in your business. Today, we are going to be talking about bank charges and continuing education. So let's dive in. All right, the first one, bank charges, is pretty straightforward. If your bank or credit card company charges you a fee, then that can be used towards a deduction in your taxes at the end of the year. Now, the big stipulation is that this needs to be specifically for a business bank account or a business credit card. It cannot be one that you share for personal reasons as well. It needs to be specifically a business account. Now, I highly recommend having a business account anyway and a business bank and credit card that is fully separate from your personal, just to make it very easy when it comes to organizing your profit and loss, looking back at your numbers, and then also when it comes to tax time, keeping things separate and very clean and easy to understand. So I recommend doing that anyway. So then if you already have one set up like that, it's really easy to know what fees you are already paying for your bank or your credit card company, and then you can easily add them in as an expense when you're figuring out your tax write-offs at the end of the year. Pretty straightforward, but I just wanted to highlight that and make sure you knew that it needs to be specifically for business only. Now, the next category we are going to be talking about is continuing education. And this one is also pretty straightforward, but I just want to go over it so that you can make sure you're categorizing these expenses correctly. So, continuing education is something that I encourage everyone to do, no matter what and where you are in your business, however many years you've had your business. Continuing education is so important. And so I encourage everyone to at least do one type of continuing education per year. Not only because it's a tax write-off, but also because it will just grow your business. It'll allow you to serve your clients better, and it'll help you market your business even better each year. So make sure you do something, whether it's a class or a book or webinar. There's so many different options out there, but just make sure you're doing something so that you're serving your clients in the best way. So after I say all that, another benefit is that it's a tax write-off, which is amazing, and we love those types of expenses. So the one thing and the only important thing you need to know about this category is that those expenses must grow your business or help you increase your expertise in your business or the field that you are in. So that is the big important thing. It can't be something that kind of helps you personally and in business. It needs to be specifically for your business, and the only reason that you are taking that type of education is so that you can grow your business in some way. So this could be things like classes or webinars or a seminar. Maybe it's a course that you found online or a book that you want to read. Whatever type of education it is, if it is for your business, then that expense can be used as a tax write-off. Now, the other thing to mention is that if it is a physical class that you're going to, the transportation expenses to and from that class can also go under this category. So just make sure you're keeping track of that. I know a lot of things now are online, but if you do one in person, make sure you are keeping track of any expenses that are specifically for that piece of education, because you can add it to this category. All right, that is the 2 categories for today. Pretty straightforward, but like always, I just want to go over them so that you're clear on which expenses fall under these categories. If you have any questions about these 2 categories or just something about taxes in general, feel free to drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to answer them for you, and it may even show up in a future YouTube video. Make sure you're grabbing that freebie down in the description. And I really hope that you are starting to implement and categorizing these expenses throughout the year so that you don't have to do all of them at the end of the year when taxes are due. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for joining.